Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? It's Ken till Saturday. What up? All right. Now, today we'll just be chilling, chatting about peppers, plants, and maybe some other things. So, one thing that we'll be talking about right now quickly, there they are, is I got these at a store today. They usually have some decent Monsanto pods. I tend to have them when or tend to pick them up when get a chance to stop at that store. But in here I have some jalapenos and serranos. I just wanted to show some of the serranos because they're pretty good sized, and you know, it's just when I was at the store, it's too bad I didn't have any, or they didn't have any decent manzanos at the time. It can be hit and miss at times when it is like that. And yeah, so but here's a couple of jalapenos. These are pretty good sized ones. I mean, so here you want some? Want some? No, I'm just kidding. Right here. Yeah, so here's let's see. Here's one of the Serranos. For Serranos, these are pretty nice size. I mean, I would have liked to get some ripened ones of these, or seeds like these, for so it can, you know, it's got a nice smell to it. So Serranos are nice peppers. Uh, if anybody gets a chance to grow them and hasn't tried them, then by all means go for it. Uh, let's see. Um, Looking over a couple plants here. All right. Looking at the sugar rush. Actually getting pretty tall. Kind of, I think that I should trim it because it's getting starting to reach above where I got the lights. And yeah, so I'm getting in a minute here. When I move some of these plants around, I'll go ahead and show the plant. And benefit from some trimming. So yeah, definitely would. What's up, go ahead. But uh, oh, that goes. Oh, when I was at the store, same store I got these. It's a bag of chili de árbol. For this bag, you know, that's about 350, 350, and smells pretty nice. And I'd be tempted to try to save some seeds from these to see if they're viable. I mean, I'm not saying just everybody do it with ones they get like that, but these are nice type of peppers, and a lot of times when they're fresh like this, they can be decent to use. We're not freshly or dried in that condition. Alright, let me see here. There's a couple other things I would like to show, but I'm starting off right here. Alright. Alright, I'll just start off with this serrano pepper. It is a very nice size. Where the hell is there? Okay. Alright. This got that green kind of earthy like smell. Very green smell. I like them. I like these ones when they're more red. Very crisp. Very crisp. Hmm. No, I would like to have some viable seeds for this one. Now, these serranos, these ones do have that green flavor, but there are some types of sprays that do have a nice all around aspect to them when they are green. But as I've mentioned in other videos, I do like them when they're more red. But this one has a nice warmth to it. I feel it on the back of my lips and on my tongue. It's not like a crazy wild burn. It's just one of those ones you can feel the warmth. I mean, some people swear us about as high as they want to go. I know a number of people like that. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just go with what you're comfortable, or go with where you know you're you're all good. But um, and seeing this one, I can feel it in my gums as well a bit. But it would be this is a nice one. I would like to have had some ripe ones of these, but I mean I got serrano seeds, but I would like the ones that are looking like more like this. But what I guess I'll have to do is I'll have to figure out something on that. That's no problem. Um, that'll just take some time. Hi Charles, how you doing? And yeah, these two in the eyeball. Um, probably what I'm going to do at some point is probably do some test germinating with some of them. See how viable they are. But I'm not going to hold my breath on that, but it doesn't hurt to play around on that aspect. Let me see. No, I gotta figure out where to put some of these entries at. I haven't done much on the planting seeds aspect all too much. Even though I could, even though I probably should, just some. But me right now, it is what it is. I probably should plan for it because I know some strains can take several weeks at times to germinate. I don't really have too much of the patience for that to go that way, but at times, around here, I've waited till March to even get some seeds in and going. A lot of I've done that a lot actually, but yeah. So I'm thinking what I should do. What plant is flowering? Yeah, yeah, right. That little plant is flowering. That plant's flowering. Yeah, as I already mentioned, I need to trim back the sugar rush plant. That was just getting a little much for the grow area, for the grow light. I'm not behind at all on my seed planting. So unfortunate to hear that you are, Rob. Um, but it is what it is, man. I don't rush to get my seeds planted. I do it in crunch time. I should start getting some going though. Hmm. I should probably trim that back right here. Ooh, if I do that, I could probably, I think I know what I'll do with that. Cause, yeah, I know what I'll do with that one. I'll just have to pull that one plant out. I don't want to pull that one out just yet, but, um, yeah, I won't do that tonight. I'll just have to use it as a project to do in the morning. Um, but, oh yeah, the ones I put in the old garden, marigolds popped up, um, the Thai pepper plant popped up, and I can tell in one of the cups that um, that sweet apple is germinating, but it hasn't got up past the label part. Um, that's about it, really. I mean, I haven't really messed with looking at other ones yet, because there's a chocolate scotch bonnet and CGN 21500 whatever. So, um, but yeah. Mm, Well, if I'm looking at this right, one of my ornamentals is ripened. I should say it's upright. Ish. Yeah, but I gotta really start to um, put older seeds to use. I got seeds that are a good 5 years old, not more. Um, and then I still get seeds on top of that, but I just really need to be careful about that now because I do not like wasting stuff. Um, but yeah, pop my toes. Sorry about that. I didn't mean that in the comment, but I just got, when you gotta pop a couple of knuckles, that's what it felt like on my toes right now. Hey, what's up, Doug, mate? What's up, Lemon? Hold on one second, guys. Let me take a quick look see over here. Alright. What's that pot doing over here? Alright. Let's see if I can find that one little real quick. What's over here? What's over here? Alright. There's a couple things I got from a couple people I'd like to show. Where did I put that one? Dang it. There it goes. Alright. Alright. Here goes. This one I got right here, I got from BD Beats. I gave him, or I hooked him up with some seeds, and he, decided he wanted to hook me some with some seeds in return. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Now, let's see. Alright, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Purple Bell, Jay's Piece of Scorpion, Sunflower Brown, Red Pepper, Kraken Scorpion, Sugar Rush Red, Yellow Sunpot, Brazilian Ghost, Raw Cherry, Ahi Suto, Kung Pao, and Red Caribbean Habanero. So these came from BD Beats. Now these were a lot more than I really needed, but I appreciate everything. I'll put them to use. But the reason why I said it's more than I really needed is because you know um, I'm trying to be careful with how many seeds I get, but it is a gift, and I greatly appreciate it, and I'm not ungrateful on that one. I'll, I'll put them to use, no doubt. And so, and that's something. The ones I'm literally looking forward to out of here is the ones that, I'm looking forward to them all, but one of the ones that I'm really looking forward to is the Kraken Scorpion, and there's Seven Pot Brown and Seven Pot Yellow. Both of those I definitely look forward to. Brazilian Ghost, yes, as well as the other ones, but those ones and those ones are definitely on my list there to get going. And now, Now, um, now these ones that he is from who's in the chat here. Goham. These are from him. Let's see. Yeah, this is a powder. And whoop, dang it, Butterfingers over here. Now I'm not sure all the what's blended in these. I didn't ask the details or his little recipes. Um, These are some of the powders he sent me. One's a Reaper blend. One says a Kilkenny. Then I'm reading this one right. The ink got or the marker got rubbed off a lot. So if I'm reading this right, it's BOC/Peach Ghost. I don't know if that's just Peach Ghost Scorpion or Peach Ghost. I mean, because then this other one's called Cherry Smoke Blend. Now I'm looking forward to trying them. So yeah, definitely looking forward to those. And he also sent me a number of seeds. So, oh, how's it smell? Here, I'll hold them up there to the thing. Here, take a whiff. Let me know. Here, go ahead, take a big smell. Okay, go ahead. So it's just Peach Ghost. It's not Peach Ghost Scorpion. I just wanted to be sure. All right. All right. Let's see. Let me fan this out a little bit. Yeah, these seeds here. All right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 varieties here. This one says Indian Carbon. So I'm assuming this is Boot Indian Carbon. I'm assuming. I mean, if I'm wrong, go ahead and please let me know. And then this one's Peach Ghost. I mean, I'm assuming it's just regular Peach Ghost. And then this one says Devil's Heart. Chocolate Scotch Bonnet. I've been growing those for quite a while. Chocolate Scotch Bonnets are nice. And this one says Little Bastard. Let's see. And this one says Apocalyptic Ghost, or I don't know if you mean Apocalypse Ghost, or if this is actually, you know, how it's, if I'm saying that right. And then this one says Staracha Pumpkin. I'm assuming that's King Star's one. And then this one says Lemon Starburst. And that's the ones, if I remember correctly, that's King Star one. And then Purple Pumpkin. That one's, if that's the type one I'm remembering, that one's got like a little positive pumpkin type of shapes almost, and the plant gets a darker color, if I'm remembering correctly. Then Peach Moruga. I will definitely be looking forward to this one. Morugas are nice strains. For some reason, I've always liked Morugas and or Scorpion strains myself. That's the way. I mean, that's the way I've always been about that. I've always liked Scorpion type strains. Yeah, I will be looking forward to growing a number of these in here. But out of my foot. I felt like I was gonna crack them over. Definitely, like I said, that I already mentioned the Peach Maruga. Yes, I'd like to look into that one. And then those Kangstar ones I'll be looking forward to. I'll grow all these out, but the ones more looking forward to is, like I said, that Peach Maruga. Now that Purple Pumpkin, yes. And then yeah, I'll grow all these, but then I will be trying to see how these KS ones start out and go. And then yeah. Alright, so I got more additions to what I'm growing to grow out. But I'm not going to be able to start all these at the same time and start my other types I'm doing. But bear with me, y'all. Some of these will start at the start when I'm starting with certain strains, but then some of these will be started later. Because I got to do on top of mine, and then on top of some of the older ones, and then on top of some of the other ones. So I have to be doing mine in waves. Yeah. And let's see. But how? Let's see. Now this one's starting to get a little weird shapes, so I'm probably going to go ahead and have to take it out of here because the roots are actually coming out the bottom pretty well, but I really want this to get under light over here better, so we'll have to transplant it out of this into. Let's do this now. Get it over with. Where did I put that? Me and myself with this. Always misplaced my certain objects. Oh, what did I say? Ow! Didn't even touch myself. That's enough clean enough. Where is that? Oh, yeah. Come on. Yeah. We're gonna leave one of those neck clip things there. Arrgh. Me myself. Alright. What I'm gonna do. There it goes. This guy. Yeah. Well, this one's gonna fit rather loosely, but that's all I have to do for temporary. Alright, everybody, well, you see me taking this out of here, right? Good. As you can see, it does got the little roots on it. I want to take a closer look at this stuff here. I just hope that's not any wrong kind of fuzz. Alright. Alright, with this, just to be sure, I will part ways with the fluid that's in here. Just to be sure. I'm not saying I have to get rid of that fluid that's in that one. I do it just to be on the safe side. And, whoops, hey, come here, tag. Hey, my fat fingers got in the way on this one. Alright. Alrighty, guys. Hey, what's with me and my fat fingers? Alright. Alright. I just transferred this in a bigger cup here. It's a little loose. Probably should have went with other sports drink cup. But what I'll do, put that over a bit. We'll go with that. Alright. Meanwhile, what I think I'll do on this plant, got a little spotty leaves. I'll trim those off. Put that there. Yeah, I'll have to trim those little leaves off. These are good. Oh well. Alright. Now, some people probably advise against doing it to the degree that I am. But I have faith in this plant that it'll bounce back. So, what I did was, it looks kind of like this now. Alright? Looks like a little stick of a thing. Oh, whoops. But alright. So, just let it do what it does. And, yeah. See how well it comes back. Now, put that there. Can't leave off that thing. Alright. Then, now, but what you guys up to tonight? Gohan, what you up to? Doug May, what you up to? Let's see. Charles Hunt, what you up to tonight? Rob Charlotte, what you up to as well? Lemon, what you up to? How you doing? All right. Yeah. What I should do next is rinse that bottle out and then transfer that marigold out. Keep that going. Yeah. Let's see. Shoot. Yeah, this is gonna be something, an undertaking right here. I gotta move this little plant around, get to this other stuff. This is gonna be interesting. Gotta move that, move this, that, and this. Way easy goes. Gotta move like 100 different things just to get to one other thing. Yeah. Well, not exactly, but I could do it like this, don't you? This is going to be challenging. Like these plants have been mixing with each other here. Oof, 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 oof. You know, I'm gonna have to do some cuts on this. Where'd it? Dang it, Brandon, go. I was getting us a couple of these leaves here. Alright. But this is what I wanted to show. Getting a little tall. It's a sugar rush plant that I started, and I was back in November, but I need to shorten it. It's getting a little tall for the light. It's probably about, what I need to do is cut it back probably about to right about here or so. And what I could probably do is from certain spots that I cut, I could probably start some cuttings. But I'm not sure if I really want to do that right now. So by the time the cuttings get going, I'm going to need to do something else. Let's go to other place. I mean, I could probably cut it right down about here on this side. I mean, I just don't want to just yet because some of the bugs are showing, but if I don't do it, I'm going to regret it. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, I don't know, I didn't expect it to just jump up like this. I mean, I know how fast the sugar rush can grow, but in order for me to do this a certain way, I do have to make some cuts on this. I wanted to keep it within a certain growing area. And that means I do have to cut it back. I don't want to, but I will have to. Alright. It's already forked and everything. It just looks like it's a little thin up top because it's just been kind of growing that way. I've been trimming it, but if I trim it down, it's going to start growing back out. I totally expect it to. It's just been kind of putting it off. I can at least cut right there, right there. And this one, cut. I could have to cut this one a little further down. I don't want to, but yeah. Yeah, if I do that, then I can get a couple cuttings off that. Alright. Yeah. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. Now, got two ripened Count Dracula peppers. And then what I'll do here, I'll go over here and get that plant. Not the Count Dracula, some of them. Gotta move this stuff around. I'm gonna trip myself with this down. Alright. Alright. What I got here is a ornamental. And looks a little different, but it's kind of kicked to the side. Gotta clean this up a little. The pod, that's a, wouldn't say it's exactly like it, but it's pretty close. A few pods on here. But, yeah. Alright. The sugar rush I might put over there. Getting close to the slide here. For some reason, I've always liked the way that type of ornamental kind of gets that little sting in there. The reason why I like that one is due to because that's one of the ones that started out in my garden years ago, and I like it because I've just grown a little partial to it because it's one of the first ones that started out that has that particular type of bird. Oh, I should have done was what I need to do here. Didn't really think about it, which I should have thought about it already. Well, I did think about it. So I was too busy setting it down, moving on to the next thing. But I'm using this to block out the light. I know some people will be like, well, why don't you just paint it? Well, paint it. I'm not going to sit here and take the time out to paint the web or this thing. But I'm probably just going to use it for a while and get rid of it. And all I need to do with this is on here, the red. And if there's any problems with the jug itself, I can get rid of it and not have to worry. Well, let's see. Now, everybody, let's see what we can do here tonight. Um, there's a number of things we got going on here. What's that? I'll pull that part out. Come on. There's a little Count Dracula. Um, okay. Alright, everybody. I'm just looking through some stuff here. Okay. Um, drop the water off that leaf. There's a little burp. Let's see, guys. Alright. Just letting this one dry, the soil dry this one a bit. It's still, we got some moisture. This one here, take a look at that. Pull up through here. Put two little leaves. Not absolutely necessary that I got rid of those two little leaves, but sometimes I do that. This is a cross of mine. It's not an ultra hot by any means. And this one will be interesting to see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, to it going through well. But yeah, what's up, Sky? How you doing? Yeah, so right now, don't got too many plans going on in here right now. A couple of these plants I need to clear up a little, do some cleaning on. Um, I should probably snip off a few leaves to that one ornamental plant. I looked at it, its roots is severely root bound. Um, what I'm thinking is I could either take a cutting from it, start it, or start some seeds from it. Which starting the seeds wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, but that's probably one I should probably think about. I could do both, but at the time being, I don't know. I haven't decided. And yeah, so and that coloration on that plant, that crossing line that I just showed, that's actually some kind of natural color variation because neither neither paired plants are actually go on that color. Well, at least when I've been growing them, they haven't been showing that coloration on the plant itself. So, um, and yeah, it's a really nice thing. It's yeah. Um, I haven't shown it too much on here. Shown some I showed some pods from when I've grown it, but I have not really done too much on it in regards to too many videos. But I'm not saying I'm not open to doing that. I just haven't. That's all. Um, but well, I really would like to get some seeds from these. But at the stage they're in, they're a little too green to have some red pods. I mean, this is the one I'd like to get from. Where's the water? A little itch. Where did I put my water? Hey, random. What is with me in my water? There it goes. It's hiding under the corner here. Oh, yeah. Oh, Doug, these are, believe it or not, these are Serrano. Take a look at the size of that. See that, Doug? Believe it or not, these are Serranos. That's what's, I'd really like to have some ripe seeds there from these pods. But none of them are even at that stage of being ripe. And I'm sure there's some people that suggest putting it in a bag or something like that, but that doesn't really necessarily work. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you know how long you'd have to let this in there? It's going to be like a good month before these ones even come close to that. I mean, if I could get some ripe seeds or viable seeds from these, oh my goodness. Seriously, yo. If I could get some ripe seeds from these ones, that'd be awesome. Serranos can be a very underrated type of strain. I mean, y'all would like these if I could manage to get some nice seeds from them. Y'all would really like it. Man, I like that smell. See, there's certain strains that's got a nice smell to them when they're green. Like serranos and jalapenos can have a decent smell to them when they are this color. And there are certain strains that look or go well with like what Rob just mentioned, that they do well when grilling with. A lot of peppers actually do, but there are certain ones that fare better. Um, like the thicker walled ones can tend to do a little bit better on that because that's a lot of times for some reason thinner walled ones just waste away a lot easier. And let me see if I can do something here. Well, probably have to. Uh,
I should get this one over here. The pot is getting a little salty. Put it over here too. Oop, cut that leaf, but oh well. All right. Hey, barnyard chicken. When you talk about barnyard chicken, you talking about are you talking about serranos? Oh, yeah. Well, serranos, they're more like a little bit spicier than jalapenos. They can have a crunch like a jalapeno, but just little more heat to them, or there's a little more sense of a spice to them. I wouldn't say they're crazy, but they can be little more than a jalapeno. Just trying to see if I can shake free a little bit of powder. I don't know why there's a little. Need more. Need more. More. Alright, yeah. Well, it's not like going too much pound here. Try another 10. I do have some ideas, but hey, what's up, Eric? Yeah, serranos are awesome in a lot of things, just like jalapenos and a number of other peppers. But yeah. Well, let's see. Let me take a look. Where's that pepper? Ah, there it is. Hmm. Now, if you all get a chance, try Count Dracula peppers.
I'm not going to say Count Dracula peppers are necessarily hot, but they are good with strain to go with. Doesn't matter what anybody says. Good ones at least try. Alright. Put that one, save some little seeds. We'll save some of the seeds from that. We'll save more seeds from this one. Uh-huh. Anyway. Um, hey Doug, you got a free moment? Hey Doug, message me your email in Hangouts.
What's up, bud?
What's up? How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Just hanging out right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just chilling in and whatnot. How's your New Year's?
It's pretty good. Just hung out. Didn't really do much. Just cracked open a bottle of champagne, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Didn't get too crazy, huh?
No, not at all. That was
Uh,
stayed away from the amateur hour.
yeah.
So, how was yours?
It was alright. Just kind of relaxed. Was on Rev's live stream and that. Just kind of kicked it there for a while.
Yeah, I think I watched part of that. That was rather amusing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I stayed on it for a while, but I didn't really, you know, stay on as late as some of the other people did. But,
Yeah, I think
no, I think,
I was probably on there
yeah.
maybe 30 minutes or so, and then I fell asleep.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't get too crazy. It was just hard to talk when there were so many people trying to talk over each other.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So.
nah.
Yeah.
So
But other than that, it was alright.
nice.
I mean, so, since I don't really hang around some of the same old crowd I used to, I mean, it's kind of easier to stay out of trouble, you know.
Oh yeah, I hear that.
But, yeah. So what you got in your grow list for the year?
I'm gonna just do some paper lantern habaneros. Probably do the white ties again. Probably gonna do Scotch bonnet, and that's kind of what I've got so far. Um, I'd probably just add a couple more uh, once I get moved into my new place.
Uh,
So I haven't even started my grow season just because of that, though.
yeah, yeah, I hear you. I haven't really technically started my grow season for outdoors yet, so usually don't start till a little bit later in the year.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I could probably get away with starting mine now, but uh, if I didn't have the move, then yeah, I probably would have got it started already. But um, I probably wouldn't even entertain the notion of putting plants out at least for another couple weeks till uh, the the risk of hard freezes are done.
uh, yeah, over here I can't exactly be guaranteed a hard freezes to be over with until like you know the first week or so of May.
Ooh.
But, so I mean, but I wish it was like 2 years back where I could just you know where I was able to actually start like in late February, pretty
Yeah,
much start them on the side, and then just go to like November growing and whatnot. But but
yeah.
but it hasn't really been like that for the past few years. So
I know
uh,
if I can get a jump on my season early, that usually works out more because once July, August comes around, it's just too damn hot. Nothing's producing.
uh,
And usually I'll start getting better production probably mid to mid to late October and into November. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always nice to get it when the weather's leveling out a bit. But
Oh yeah. Now, if I was down south a little bit more again, it probably wouldn't be as bad just because it's not 115 like it gets around here at times. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the humidity level around here can get pretty rough on some of the plants at times, but I don't know. I think some of the plants, since I've grown them here for a while, for the past few seasons, so many seasons, some of them kind of adjusting to it a little bit.
mm-hmm.
But I've noticed that after a while, if you kind of grow some plants through generations, like say every year you save seeds from a plant and grow them out. Like say if you start a plant, then save seeds from that, then grow that seeds out, and then do it for a few generations, it starts acclimating to the environment you're growing in a little bit better.
Yeah, that's true. I completely forgot all about that, actually.
Hey, what's
What's
up,
up,
Charles?
Charles?
I'm planting seeds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to habaneros. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple hours.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long process getting all the seeds going.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Just cleaning my grow area. Probably make a video sometime tonight about that. I mean, everybody's seen it, but I know King said he wanted last year to kind of go in depth about it or whatever. It's pretty simple. But I figure I'd do that while I'm doing this. So,
Okay.
What's that?
so have you been, Doug?
I've been doing all right. About yourself, Charles?
No, I'm not working overnights till tomorrow, so that's good. I'm
Oh,
finally
yeah.
I'm finally feeling better. So
Nice.
I guess things are turning around a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Trying to get this seed starting stuff going. And just kind of get ready for the upcoming season because I've been seeing people post all these videos and stuff, and I enjoy doing this. So
Yep, can't go wrong with that.
yeah,
So, I was telling Brando I'll probably get mine started in like 3 to 4 weeks once I get this move out of the way. So
yeah,
yeah, once that's done, then I'll probably get later than normal start, but it should be all right.
yeah.
So,
Well, for my milder and Aji's and uh, the jalapenos and stuff, I'm not worried about that till after this is pretty much transferred out of the small cells.
yeah.
So those I'm not worried about because they grow fast. Aji's they grow real fast, real quick. You can see Susie posted hers. She has a 2 foot ahi. I'm gonna stop saying aji. I know we just do it as a joke, but ahi's 2 foot ahis already. Oops, you got blurred. Already in hers, and like I said, that's something I don't want to. I don't want to be at that point that quick.
Yeah,
So,
then you end up needing a brush hog after that.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't top really, so I'm not gonna top plant. Like I said, that's why I'm just gonna get them at a good level.
Mm-hmm.
This one, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I
what I'm
started
saying.
a sugar rush back in November, and I was just figuring to grow it inside to cracky style.
Yeah,
Dang thing is like taller than a couple other plants that I had in here, for longer than that one.
It's like, man, I got to go ahead and trim this one back.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they grow so fast. Like I said, those I'm not worried about. Like I said, if I get a plant that's around 5 inches tall outside, I'm good. Have you know, pretty good sized bottom leaves and a couple of other set of leaves, I'm good on that. Because like I said, once you get them to the natural sunlight and they get a good rain shower on them real quick, they jump up real quick once they're in those, 5-10 gallon buckets. So
Yeah.
they sprout and go real quick. So then they start growing like weeds. So you don't need to have something massive to take outside because they'll catch up and do good.
Oh yeah.
So as far as that, yeah, not really worried about those so much. So
Nice.
that's pretty much it. Just trying to hopefully learn from mistakes from last year and make it so it's not a jungle inside the grow tents. I do have 3 tents, so I've got space. Last year I didn't utilize one of them because I brought over winter plants in. I thought that would be a good idea, and had some kind of weird bug. I don't know what it was, and I finally just had to bleach the whole tent and take all those plants out and stuff. So I didn't use the one in the garage. The one I have in my spare bedroom, the big one, of course, everyone's seen, and then I have the 2x4. So I generally start mine underneath just a regular like LED shop light, like you get at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever big box store, Menards or whoever y'all have in your area. But this year I'll just probably pop them in the 2x4 tent. That's what I'm doing, and just use my variable 450. So
Nice.
you can crank down the intensity to where it's half strength or whatever. I think for seed starting, I think it's generally 70%. So you just crank it down to 70%. So you're using 300 or whatever it is watts as opposed to 450. So it'll work out.
Nice.
Sorry I'm at this angle, but this is the table I kind of do everything in my living room. So I do the seeds, I do everything pretty much here because I like to watch TV while I'm doing this.
Yeah. I got my couch.
Yeah. Well, I got my couch as well, so it's comfortable and just getting going on all these. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you're not doing the nostril cam.
Yeah, I didn't do that today. I bumped it up a little bit, so it's not bumped up so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple. I mean, every set has varieties. Like Brandon was saying, he's looking forward to the Kraken Scorpion. I have Kraken Scorpion seeds, but I don't think I grew it last year. I think I grew. Which Scorpion was that one? Instead of the Kraken, Apocalypse. I grew the Apocalypse Scorpion as opposed to the Kraken. But I had the Kraken seeds. This year, I'm looking forward to growing that Leviathan.
That'd be cool.
Leviathan gnarly Scorpion. That's one of the Scorpions I'm looking forward to growing. Also, there's the BBN times Scorpion that Max Klopp sent me, and that one's really crazy. Is a cross of his, so it's I don't know. Let me find a picture. I'll show you what it looks like. So I appreciated everything Max did for me. That was cool. So especially when you're trading with people overseas.
Oh yeah.
So, but
we definitely got some good people over there.
Oh yeah, he's real cool. I mean, like I said, I still got to try his chili paste that he sent me.
Oh, nice.
So he sent me some chili paste as opposed to just sending me seeds the last time. But so this is his BBM times Scorpion.
Oof.
So that's his cross that he sent me. So I'm looking forward to growing that. That looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, that does.
That's a nice phenotype.
Yeah, so he showed me more. Yeah, he sent me different pictures too. So here's some of the here's some of the other ones that he had. They're all pretty consistent with how they
Nice.
are. So
This is
that's his cross, a BBM times Scorpion.
those look mean.
So I can only imagine how that one is.
Yeah.
So then there's everything. Every set has something I kind of look forward to. The habanero set. Looking forward to finally drawing the CGN 21500 like Brando was talking about earlier. Also, the Gornong. The Gornong I'm looking forward to as well. So
Oh yeah.
That was a nice one.
I
So
grew
those-
those.
That one produces heavily.
yeah. So those are in the habanero sets, and of course, the Alberto. I love growing the Alberto. That's got a really good flavor. So I like the Alberto too as well.
Yeah, I think once I get paid, I'm gonna order a pack of those, the Aldebertos.
Well, I mean, oh, crap, I don't have that many in this bag. Okay, I think I have to go get my other packs because I saved seeds as well, but these are like the original ones I got.
Yeah, I've got an ammo can that's just packed with seeds and not just pods and that, but it's like, God, I think I got seeds for crepe myrtle and
Oh yeah,
cucumbers and stuff like that too.
yeah. I enjoy getting different seed. I mean, I got stuff. Of course, Brando's always nice and sends other varieties of plants besides just peppers. Generally, when
Yeah,
like you buy something from Brando, or you're just trading, or he's just nice enough to send that to you. So he's always generous, giving other type of plant varieties, doing that seed trade with Paula and everyone else. That gets you a lot of different things going because that seed swap they did on Bella Gardens and slash pepper lovers. You get a lot of different varieties of beans and all kinds of stuff. I mean,
yeah.
Mark sent Japanese maple or something, no, some kind of maple tree that you
Oh,
got.
that's cool.
I never realized you got to stick in the refrigerator or freezer or whatever for. I think it's refrigerator for like 2 or 3 months,
Yeah.
and then you can plant it or whatever. So coming in.
I know you got to do that with, I think it's peaches. You got to, I guess, if you split the stone and then pull the seed out of the stone and then throw it
Uh-huh.
uh, in the
Oh,
refrigerator for a bit.
actually, had that happen a while back where that hard shell for those peach seeds actually
Right.
split off away from the seed, but I just actually just popped it open,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, a family member of mine just seen the napkin I had it folded in and threw it away.
No.
I was like, no. And
Well,
the
I mean,
seed was in perfect. The seed was in perfect condition too. I was like, oh,
right. Well, I mean, you hear people's stories. I mean, I'm pretty sure, Brando, you dealt with enough stuff throughout the years that you've been doing it that, like, people are sorting seeds or doing whatever seeds, and they leave a door open or a window open, and the damn thing blows and it messes all your seeds up. That's why a lot of people have mixed seed varieties because they're all mixed up because they can't confuse. That's just like, me even doing this. I'm pretty meticulous on how I do things. But if I feel that I screwed up or I dropped a seed or whatever else, it just gets. I just push it to the side. I throw it away or whatever because I'm not taking any chances. I put the wrong one in. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you on that one. Um, I mean, there's could be any variables and stuff like that. I mean,
Oh no, just like you said, it could be anything that just happens one day.
Your
You know,
dog,
even
your
like
dog
so,
come in and eat your homework or messes with your cat or
yeah,
whatever pet you might have.
yeah,
I mean,
or you could actually
you
or
see,
you could just move somewhere one day, and then all of a sudden, like label falls off as you're moving it, or something like that. And then it's just like, oh,
yeah,
Yeah, that'll happen.
but it is what it is, man. I mean, but then there's also those times, what happens to most any gardener, one plant gets along with another plant, and then next thing you know, next generation comes through, you have something else. So,
true. I did that. I
What's up,
thought
Rev?
hey Rev, I thought it was Soaps and Suds. Who else? Big Bois. I, I've done that. I thought I was doing great. I had them all out of the solo cups, and I thought I had all these fabric pots because I just don't just use smart pots, but fabric pots. And I thought I had it all lined up, and I thought I had a system, and then somehow had to go do something else, and I turned around and I was like, oh crap. Which solo cup was this one? And I thought I had it in this pot, and it was all mixed up, and I don't know what the hell it was, and I had to wait. So that's your waiting game, where you have to just figure it out once it grows. It's something. It's something you wanted to grow because you got it to that point, but you just don't know what it is. So it's like your mystery surprise until you see a pod.
yeah. And then there's times where I've noticed, at least in my garden, at times there's been genetic variation on the plants that just happen naturally.
Yeah, I mean,
That's it.
there's just so much. I mean, some people's plants are darker. Some look they just look different, but they're the same. They're the same pepper plant. Yeah, but then they all throw off different phenos and all that other stuff. So it's just
Yeah,
that's what's cool. That's just cool about with everything, though. You just get so much. It's fun to see what you're gonna get because I mean, every year, I mean, when I grew my Sugar Rush peach, I had so many phenotypes off of those Sugar Rush peach, and some had little tails at the end and all this kind of weird variant that were like curved up and they look like little fish hooks. You just never know what you're going to get, and you may want to grow that out, and it's kind of cool to show for picture wise what you have.
yeah. I've had a variation on Sugar Rush peach pods where the tail would go inward. So it
Yeah,
looked like somebody took like their finger and pushed the tail inward.
yeah,
And then there's just like a lot of different things going on with some of those ones. I've even had different variations on Reapers, and I'm sure a lot of people have, but um,
well, like I said, I'm growing Reapers again. I got the seeds from Rob. I have the worst luck apparently with Reapers. I don't know what it is. It doesn't like my environment or what the hell it is, but I generally just don't do good with Reapers at all. So this year,
yeah,
Mine.
I don't like growing Reapers a whole lot. In the aspect is they can be real finicky.
yeah,
But I think I will grow out some of the red seeds that I grew from the Reapers I got from this one farm because they seem to be put out heftier pods and they're just loaded with the placental tissue and they're just pretty darn hot. So
yeah. I mean, I grew Primos out this year. Those did better than my Reapers generally do. I got those from Troy. So those did actually fairly well, but they could always, of course, been better.
yeah,
Just-
primos do seem to be easier to get going and produce better than some Reapers I've seen. So,
yeah. So like I said, it's just a wait and see on what we got going on, and hopefully, go on. I mean, hopefully it's not like a crazy season or nothing because of whatever goes on. I mean, that's something you just got to wait and see. Like hell, I mean, honestly, I still have plants outside. the ones I decided I haven't totally chopped down all the garden yet, but I still have lemon starburst and bootlas and gator jigsaws and all kinds of stuff out there that still have stuff going. I mean, it did get 30 something last night, but they seem to hold up. And I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to make a decision. Do I want to chop them down or keep them going or what? Because, like I said, I really am trying to limit the amount I have this year because, last year I had 181 plants. This year, right now, unless something changes, it's 120. And I think that'll give me enough room because a lot of the jalapenos, the serranos, because I'm doing the purple serrano and the toppequeño serrano and all those type, those milder varieties, monkey face, all that. They're small plants. They're 24 to 30 inches tall, maybe the same width. So it's not like they take a lot of space and you can pack them in, and they don't take a lot of room. Or the super hots, last year, the way I had them staggered, I had them staggered at, 4 or 5 per group, and they're just too tight. And so this year I'm trying to get it so where it's definitely not as tight and not like jungle-like what I had, because it's just it's not fun going through it. You can't do maintenance. So if you want to, fertilize or amend your soil or do anything, actually pick peppers, whatever you want to choose to do, it's very difficult when you're, like they joke with me saying you almost need a creeper to creep underneath all the canopy. It's just not fun that way when you need to actually be on. I did that one video where I was actually crawling on the ground underneath the canopy because that was the fastest way to get to the back of the garden in that super hot area. Because if you get a good super hot,
it doesn't make it easy, especially if you have to use a hose to get around a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, everything's on a drip system from what I have, but it's just like, it's just
What's
not
up,
fun.
Bloomberg?
What's up, Bloomberg? It's just not fun to get around there. Like, I guess, I don't know. I know how big they get, but I guess some people don't get quite as large. But if you get a good super high going, my gator jigsaw is almost 7 foot tall. It fell, actually, the pot it was in, it came up from the potting, the mix came up because how the roots are compacted and tilted and started angling because it's so damn big. It's almost 7 foot tall and probably 5.5, 6 foot wide. I mean, it took up a whole row just by itself. How big that plant is.
That's the thing is about a lot of those super hots. They get big.
So if you can manage your super hot and keep it small, that's great, and that'll work. My area, what happens is, as you've seen, is that we're so hot during the summer. Doug can relate. Is we're so hot in the summer, the plant wants to grow, and it doesn't want to go and do anything else because it drops most of the flowers. You get like a good spring harvest, you'll get a couple pods, and then they'll just be dormant almost with pods because everything drops for 2 months. So it just keeps growing because it's not producing. So it has only one other thing to do, and that's keep growing. So mine get real big, and then at the end, towards the end, they start podding up because it's cooler. Where you see other people, such as yourself, or Jay, or whoever else it might be, their plants are big, but they're compact, and they're loaded with pods because they've been doing it the whole time. Because you're looking at a high of 80-ish, maybe not. You may once in a blue moon hit 90. Where here we're 90 to 100 for 2.5, 3 months. I mean, and with 88 to 90 something % humidity. So you got a lot of variables in this kind of climate for how it reacts.
Yeah. Yeah, the heat can get pretty tough. It's just when that sun gets so bright and heavy on the plants, that's when the plants start reacting funny.
Right, and that's why I use the shade cloth, because the shade cloth is a savior for me. I got to kind of readjust things as well this year, but to get a little bit better coverage on certain areas that I have holes in. But yeah, it's just you gotta have shade cloth in this environment. Like I said, 40% is good enough. It's really not that, depends on your area. It's not that costly because I mean, really, it just depends on your area. You only need a few T post, um, a couple 2x4s, some PVC, and then the net. That's really all you need. So it's not. It doesn't cost to make a little like area like I had. Mine's of course a little bit larger, but it doesn't cost that much to make that shade cloth, a shade structure. So
Yeah, I mean a shade cloth would be nice and all, but I mean the winds can play hell with the shade cloth if it's not secured right.
well, that's why I use channels. I use actual greenhouse C channels, so where it locks all that stuff in. So like I said, it took like, don't laugh, Brando, but our 3 inches of snow last year to cave my structure in because we got that 3 inches of snow over the course of a day. So
Yeah,
that weight of that took down that shade structure. I know for y'all that's a joke because y'all get 3 inches probably in half an hour.
Oh, that was some pretty dense waterlogged snow though. So I mean, 3 inches of that. I mean, if you get the light and fluffy stuff, it's not bad, but the wet, dense stuff like we've got here,
Yeah,
it
because I mean
just
we rarely
it's
get that. We
terrible.
rarely get that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's just stuff that, I mean, that was the like one of the biggest quote unquote snow events here in, like they said, 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean that doesn't happen often at all. That was the earliest it's ever happened too, in December, because
Hmm.
that was in December of 17 or whatever it was, going into January.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just, hopefully we don't have that this year. Like I said, I'm actually kind of enjoying this. If it just I just don't like that rainy, uh, wet, cold.
Yeah, that just reminds me of Alaska in the springtime. That's not fun. It's miserable.
And
So,
yeah. From what I've been told by people that have lived out in Alaska, they can't do much growing outside. They have to pretty
no.
much rely on their grow rooms.
Yeah.
well, that's a lot of
It's
places. I mean, if you're going to go to South Dakota or anywhere like that, shit, you ain't doing much of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like my
North
brother,
Dakota.
he lives in Colorado, and in the area he's lived for a long time. He couldn't really do much growing outside either because you know it'd be pretty much pretty short grow period seasons there in the
Oh,
area
they
he
don't worry.
lives in.
They got all that. They're growing button down in Colorado now. They
yeah.
don't have to worry about the outside. They got warehouses, but of course it's not peppers.
Yeah. Well, I know in the during the wintertime and that too, especially out on the plains out there. Ugh. There's no tree cover. It's all just like plains, and you'll get some rolling hills, and um it's it just gets miserable when you get an Arctic blast come rolling through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it was up to me, I wouldn't mind having a growing season of 10-month growing season.
Well, that's pretty close, honestly, to what we have. Really, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
damn close. It's like I
I
said,
mean, I
usually
don't
it's
know.
like March, maybe April, but you got March, and look, this year I made my plant still made it to December, January. Rev was talking about that on his video about he made it finally to January. So usually December, right around December to January, you can make a plant. So you really almost have that 10 months. Like
Yeah,
I
but I
said,
mean, like some years around here, um,
last frost will be until like after the 9th of May. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of times growers will not want to put anything out before that because the risk of anything getting damaged by a possible frost.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, I
that
mean,
did
a
happen.
good rule of thumb is honestly whenever Easter falls, wait till Easter to take it out. That's like a good rule of thumb down here. Like whenever
Yeah.
Easter hits, that's about generally it's right at the latest. It's like mid-April. So generally you're right around that March to April, and that's good. That's what I've always went with as far as planning and stuff is just take things out around Easter time.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that sounds
there
about
was
right.
one time in the past year or so that I was just going to take them out because it was nice, just before the first week of May. And then next thing you know, that within that first week, just over a 7-day period in May, first week of May, boom, frosted hard for a few days straight. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But then after that, it just jumped right back up. I was like, ooh, I was glad I didn't put them out then because I would have had like several flats of peppers just dead.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, just in general, I mean, it's just everybody's got a little bit different thing going on depending on the area they're in.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of people like the indoor. They like to, top and keep their plants tidy and stuff. I mean, that's what a lot of people like to do, and you see that, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's just what they choose to do. Like I said, I don't have time to cut plants and stuff and keep it like a bonsai for however long, unless I'm gonna keep it indoors. If I'm keeping it indoors, that's different.
Yeah, I like growing plant. I prefer growing outside. That's me. But I mean, I'm not saying I won't grow inside. I mean, but if I'm going to grow inside, I only want just a few plants. I do not want like 50 plants just strewn about. I mean, that's a lot of maintenance and moving around things, just indoors and stuff like that. Because it's a
Yep.
different kind of maintenance than dealing with indoor plants versus outdoor. And
Well, like I said, once I get them outside, I'm good. Like I said, I don't mind doing some plants. Like I said, I will be doing ornamentals indoors this year. So I've got like an orange ornamental. I'll do the Uchu cream again, the purple tiger, and definitely the candlelight mutant because I got some from a Chili Riot. So those seeds are so hard to get for the damn candlelight mutant. Generally, you got to go outside and get them from Europe to get the seeds.
I never even heard of
There's
those.
certain plants that are definitely easier to grow indoors, like the ones you were just mentioning, because they usually stay a certain stature. That makes it easier for them to maintain.
Well, the thing with the candlelight mutant is the pods, generally a majority from what I've been told, is they don't have seeds or they're not viable. So that's why, like I said, when you buy seeds for those, the candlelight mutant, they give you 5. Or if you trade with somebody, generally they give you like 1 or 2. I mean, it's very few that they send out. It's not like they're going to send out a bunch because it's a hard plant to get seeds for. So, but when you do have that plant, of course, it's not a very tall plant. Like me and Blumberg were talking about, it's a very small plant, but it's. I mean, it just you've probably seen them. They just look crazy. I mean, they're. There's a picture of it.
Yeah, I think I've seen the ones you're talking about. The leaves look like they get real thin and kind of curl a lot.
Yeah, they look like they got a bad hair day.
Yeah,
They just
those
look
are
like
cool.
they look all frizzy, like you have a big, crazy
kind
wig.
of like it looks almost like a grass kind of leaf.
Yeah, and they're all crazy, and they're like only like 6-8 inches, but they're a real small plant.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, a lot of people like to grow them, but just because they're so weird, and some of them, all of them, kind of grow different, and some kind of just split and have all those little bitty grassy, leaves and stuff. all kind of everywhere, and it looks kind of cool that way. Yeah, that's what Blumberg said. He can't wait to see his going too, because he got some from Bluesman. So, so yeah, that's pretty cool to see. I'm looking forward to those, to getting those going.
Yeah. There's one I'd probably give a try growing indoors. I know that would be a pretty simple one to do. I mean, you guys are probably familiar with it. It's called Thai Hot. It gets those little Thai peppers that point up in this ornamental type one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that one won't be too bad to grow indoors. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can also grow. If you have King Star, is the white Thai that King has. That plant's beautiful. Like I said, and it doesn't get very big, but I mean, it produces like crazy.
Yeah, it does.
So I mean, everybody I've seen is consistently growing like crazy, and the pod is very tasty as well. So you have a lot of things going for that.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool too when you try and do it like a bonsai tree.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do almost anything to it. It's not gonna wig out on you or anything. It's a trooper.
Right. Well, that goes for every King variety I've had. Yep. Every one of them produce well. They all are pretty consistent. There's a few variables here and there, but they all are just good plants. I mean, his crosses are just good.
Yeah.
They're just, there's nothing bad you could say about them. I mean, they all got good flavor. There's not one that I didn't like, and I grew most of them. Blumberg, I think, outdid me, and maybe Jay, as far as all the varieties. But I mean, every one. I mean, they're just good. They just taste good.
I can't wait to do that Starburst one. That's going to be one of the other ones that I grow this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the peach Starkist more than.
I'm kind of looking. I was going to talk to King about that. He said he would probably send me seeds for some of those, and I was going to probably get a few of the peach ones if at all possible. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm not trying to press it. I told him I'd be interested in trying it, but I just haven't given him the info to send anything to me. I don't feel like I'm begging somebody for seeds.
Well, you don't have to beg. I mean, he's very generous, and he likes to see his crosses, grow out, and to see people get the phenotypes that he's looking for. That's really his objective, is for his people to enjoy his crosses. And here, if you need some, I got that many left. So just if whichever way you go, Brando, just let me know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I can always send you some.
I don't know. I was only got curious about the peach ones because I don't know. I found that a lot of peach varieties seem to have a pretty good flavor. So,
right. Yeah, because that's why I'm growing a bunch of peach super hots as well. So peach ghost, a couple different kinds of peach ghost, and of course Jay's peach ghost scorpion, which is one of the best as far as a super hot goes. That's one of the best. That just, I mean, hands down, one of the best tasting pods.
Yeah, ever since I started growing that one, I mean, that strain does not disappoint on the heat whatsoever.
No.
But then the flavor, it surprised me. After I've tried it a number of times, it's just like the flavor started standing out, be more pronounced after I tried it enough, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, and then even with the peach sugar rush, that one's got pretty good flavor. So, and
yeah, the only thing with the sugar rush peach, though, of course, is like we all discussed. It's just you could go sit around and watch a car rust, or you could wait and see sugar rush peach ripen. It's about the same length of time.
Doesn't it take like months for it to ripen?
It's forever. It's death.
It could feel like feels like you almost wait a whole growing season almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
And most people, including myself, get antsy and a lot of times don't wait and just pick them where they're almost ripe. So they're almost there, but the flavor just isn't as good as the fully ripened ones.
yeah,
Yeah.
but then once one or a couple starts ripening, all of a sudden you just got a whole plant full of ripe pods. You know?
Right.
Blumberg says 6 years to ripen.
Pretty much. That's definitely what it feels like. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. I mean, it's ridiculous. Is how I mean, just like really, you're like shaking, like, huh? When am I going to have this one? Don't even look at it. Like when it starts podding up, do whatever and
Yeah,
tend to whatever, and then come back in about at least 5 to 6 weeks. No, no joke. I'm not making that up. That number is dead accurate. 5 to 6 weeks.
And then there's I even had a similar thing, but not exactly the same. A similar aspect with the Ahi rainforest. That took a while.
That is too. That my rainforest took forever this year too, to actually turn the final color, because they just stood up. They just were on the plant and they wouldn't change to save their lives.
Yeah, they just did They just did that cream white color for a lot longer than any other plants. There's plants all around it just ripening up, and then
Yeah, I mean, at first I thought I made a mistake, and I thought I grew the wrong ahi. I thought I grew one of the crystals or something, or whatever what might have been. I was like, is this the wrong ahi? Did I put the wrong one in? Because there's some suckers wouldn't change. And then they started changing. I'm like, oh, this is finally, you can see it's a rainforest.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just crazy how those ones do. But another one that's kind of growing on me a little bit is the ghost peppers. I mean, the flavor I didn't care for at first, but I'm starting to like it a little bit better.
Right.
But the scorpion peppers, as I mentioned before, I've always had a thing for scorpion peppers. I've always liked their flavors. But I don't know. There's just a number of strains coming out now that's got really good flavors to them.
Yeah.
And
Well, the other one I'm looking forward to this year too is this one here. That's from Rob Schaller in the chat. That I probably can't see it, but that large red habanero. Have you ever seen Rob Schaller's red habanero? Look at the size of that red habanero that thing came from. I mean, it's crazy how big a habanero that is. So definitely looking forward to that. So yeah, so it should be interesting. Rob has some Schaller has some interesting and cool varieties and phenos generally too. Kind of like his beers. He always posts good beers, and he has a lot of interesting seeds as well and plants. So it's kind of cool.
Nice. Well, I
yeah,
don't mean to cut this short, gents, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off because I'm starting to get a little heavy-eyed.
Oh yeah, I know the feeling. I did that last night. I can only make it. I mean, I didn't sleep long after my overnights were ended, so I was definitely, basically falling asleep yesterday.
Yeah,
I know how that goes. But it's cool talking to you.
Yes, sir. I'll be in the chat tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Sunday, I think.
Who's Sunday?
I thought it was you, BD, and Blumberg.
Well, if they're doing it, I'm not. I got to work.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So I just been popping on Fridays really, and cover them up. But yeah, so if they may have it, I'm not sure. I doubt it because BD's out of town still. So
yeah, that's right.
So, but I doubt it. But wherever be on Monday, I won't be on there either because I'll be working as well. I got to do this one more week of overnights. So.
I'll be on nights too, so it's kind of hit and miss for me. So I feel your pain.
Well, I don't have to do it very often. This is a special project that it's for a couple weeks. So thank God.
Nice.
So
yeah, I'm ready to go back to days. I'm not going to sugarcoat that one. It's
Well, they call it graveyard for a reason.
Yeah.
It'll send you to the grave.
See, senor.
So
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Well, you gentlemen and everybody in the chat, y'all have a great night, and it was good being on here.
cool, man.
All right. Thanks
Talk
for showing
later.
up, Doug. Appreciate it. Have a good
Yes,
one.
sir. Have a good one.
Later.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, there's a number of things I'm looking forward to this year, but we'll see how it goes. And a decent one is that I tried a few seasons ago was sweet apple.
Well, see, I have that one, but I chose not to grow it. I bought it. Bill gave me a sweet apple, and then I don't know if it's the same thing, but it's called a Kambe sweet apple. It's Kambe sweet apple, and I chose not to grow it because I had to make decisions. But that's
Yeah.
another one I was on the fence with.
Well, there is a number of strains that I've seen that had the apple in the name with the peppers and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but they're
Lisa.
the particular one I'm talking about is I've done videos on it, but it's pretty nice one. The plant doesn't get overly large. It's nice structure to the plant, and it gets like almost apple type or almost heart shaped in a way,
Yeah.
and very nice flavor, but. It's not even like Bell like or anything like that. It's just a really nice flavor.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to that one type of seeds that I just got just today. It's called Peach Maruga.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that. See how that goes out. Yeah.
I mean, the Marugas are good. I mean, I just like I said. I mean, I can't eat them like you do, but they really do go well in either your powders or spice or sauces and such. They really will spice that stuff up real quick.
Yeah, and you don't need like 50 of them to make a strong hot sauce either. So.
Well, I've done that though with my chocolate ones.
Yeah.
And that's where they really if you get good ones, they really strengthen up that spice. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely do. But oh man, I mean, definitely going to have to cut this plant back.
Yeah. Which one is that?
This one, the Sugar Rush.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this one jumped up like so fast compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
I mean, this Count Dracula I've had in here for a number of months, and it's already pretty much almost taller than that one, and it's younger than the Count Dracula plant.
Yeah. Well, like I told you, I really enjoy the Count Dracula. If you haven't grown a Count Dracula is a really good one because it has that look of a black pearl, but you have a bigger pod and a more satisfying pod to eat.
Yeah, comparatively, the black pearl doesn't leave much the flesh to seed ratio. I mean,
it's like we're talking about, it's horrible. I mean, like I said, that's another thing of mine. It's just I don't like picking small peppers.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that one at all. I mean, it's just like you could spend like a whole 8-hour shift pretty much just picking all these like thousands of peppers off those plants, and it's just like
Yeah.
uh,
I'll send you some, Blumberg. One of these days when I send out some seeds, which maybe not sometime this week.
Oh, Well, I got some spare seeds sitting laying around here if Rob wants some, so I just got some laying over there. I got some laying over here. So
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's like it's like more like a jalapeno.
yeah, you can get jalapeno type shapes almost, but
Yeah.
it's a pretty decent flavor.
Yeah, it's got a different flavor than a jalapeno. It's got close to that heat to a milder jalapeno.
Yeah, it's like a more of a milder kind of one, but it's definitely worth growing around the garden, you know?
Yeah, and like I said, they look cool because, like I said, it's
Yeah.
cool just to see that dark foliage and have those blood red pods. Of course, they're black when they start out, and then they go and they turn, and they when you get them red, they're ripe.
Yeah, it's definitely when I first heard about it, I was like, I'll give that a try. And then started growing them, and it's like, oh, cool, you know.
Yeah,
So, and they do get a nice structure on them as well. I mean, but since I started growing this one indoors, it's actually been really easy to manage as an indoor growing pepper plant.
yeah.
So, and the flowers get a purple color too. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, on that's another thing with a lot of plants too. You know, sometimes the flowers on especially like the different bactums and all that other stuff, those are really cool to look at just to see how the flowers look.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh man, but yeah, there's some. But I've noticed over the years, there's been more and more and more different strains popping up.
Oh yeah, there's I don't know, I can't tell you how many I have, and yeah, it's like this is just crazy. And like I said, I was talking to Scott earlier and stuff. It was like that's why people say, "Oh, I have this, I have that," and I don't mind um, getting different varieties. But if you could just tell me after I made my decision, so because any other thing that you throw at me, it's like a kid in a candy store. It's like, "Oh, hey, I got this, peach this or whatever else." I'm like, I don't need to grow it, but then I wind up growing it because I think it looks cool. So, like I said, those
Yeah,
that's cool to get after you set whatever you're going to do for the season. Because for me, if I could, I could grow. I'll grow everything.
yeah. I would like to have like be like um be like on those movies, just have a big open area pasture, just loaded with peppers. But I mean that not look good on paper, look good visually, but
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Well, that's just like if you ever look at Ed Curry's properties, um,
Yeah,
how all the properties that Pucker Butts owned. That's crazy. How many plants they got going on there? You're
yeah.
like in like pepper heaven because there's so many. There's so many plants.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like that and all, but in order for me to, be able to get hands on with all that kind of stuff, I need so much time for it.
Oh yeah.
I
Well, that's
mean,
what I think all of us are realizing that there's just not enough time to do all this. It's just, if you work,
especially if you got a job and you're spending so much time on the job, and then other things to do with life, and you can't just focus 100% of your, or most of your time on that anyway.
yeah, I'd like to because
Yeah, it'd be
I talk
nice.
about it enough at work.
Yeah,
I mean, that's ideal for me, just to deal with pepper stuff all day.
yeah, yeah. Basically, I mean, it's like that's just one of those things. It'd be nice to be, have that kind of time and be able to bring it, and not have to go to another job just to make money to help keep things going and have that as your main job, pretty much.
Right.
But it is what it is on that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody can do that. No. but it'd be nice. But it is what it is. So.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I would like to have like a field of pepper plants. But
Yeah,
I know.
that'd be cool.
I mean, because I've thought about it. I've been passing cornfields and that. I'd be like, what if all that was peppers? I was like, oh, that'd be so much. That'd be fun. At the same time, it'd be like, I think I'd need some hired help.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I enjoy it, but like I said, the only thing is just with agriculture, there's not much money in it anymore. So it's just anything with a lot of farming and agriculture and stuff. It's just tough to be in.
Yeah, especially if you don't have the supporters behind you doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, like say, like if you're in like corn, you farm corn. That's like that's a big industry, but or if you're farming this or that, or beans or straw or hay, other stuff like that, that's big business. I mean, I know peppers is a pretty big business, but I mean, depending on what region you're trying to do them in, it can really depend on how well you do with some of them.
right.
So, and or like say if I'm up in the area I'm at, I'd need some greenhouses and that to do it a certain way.
Yeah,
Um, and then get them to produce a certain way. If I had excess fields of put them out there during that time, then that'd be great. But you know, that's still all doing all that stuff would still be require a certain amount of funding just to maintain the greenhouses, the farmlands, and all this other stuff.
right.
But it'd be nice though. Uh, yeah, I'm thinking of a field of like a couple dozen acres, maybe or more. Oh man, that'd be interesting. But yeah, I've seen some of those things with Pucker Bud and that. They have some nice looking plants out there.
They do. I mean, like I said, there's so many growers. I mean, a lot of the ones you don't see a lot of. Like I said, I mean, they're behind the scenes, but some people, man, they have just crazy gardens.
Yeah,
And like I said, you'll hear about them, through the grapevine or whatever else. But a lot of them, to be honest, they produce for these other sauce manufacturers and stuff like that. They're like low key. They're like they don't tell you who they are. All they do is they grow, Reapers, Primos, and Scorpions for people.
yeah.
So and then you never see them anywhere, and they have big fields.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them don't really want some certain people to know too much about it because they know how if certain people were to find it, they would be worried about some other people going in there trying to snatch some of their stuff like that.
Yeah,
But um, I mean, but with people in cornfields and stuff like that, bean fields, I mean, that's not like a huge thing that happens, you know, that happens in the majority because a lot of those people that grow corn and beans and other types of field crops, they got so much of the crops growing out there that if somebody were to, take a couple bushels of it, it's not going to affect them a whole lot. So,
all right.
I mean,
Hold on, I'll be right back.
uh, So what'd you get planted now?
This is it for tonight. Got one more left. I'm doing. I don't know how the hell you say this habanero. Oxcoots orange habanero.
No, okay.
That's the last one. So then I got all the habaneros, Scotch bonnets, and super hots done. So just a wait and see thing for a couple weeks.
Oh, Soaps and Suds asked what are you planting your pepper seeds in?
Oh, that's right now. That's that's all right here.
Oh, okay. So what are you using the Jiffy seed
No,
cells?
this is batch 64 moonshine uh, potting soil or potting mix.
Oh,
It's
okay.
one of those. It's a newer company from Colorado. Basically has a lot of the amendments. So it's a cocoa core base with perlite, your the essential amendments. You know, worm castings, azomite, alfalfa mill, flaxseed, cottonseed, a bunch of other different types of things. So it's got like a lot of the amendments that you already put in soil. So it's pretty good, and it's supposed to have it so it has enough nutrients so you don't have to jack with it until you transplant them. So
Nice.
so it should be pretty good. I'm just trying that. I usually use Ocean Forest from Fox Farms, but I
Okay.
tried to do something different because I know a lot of people started using that, and I like to be different. So
Yeah, and that River Forest and Fox Farm can get a little pricey too.
well, this is the same thing. It's $29 a bag.
Yeah.
So this is costly, but like I said, this is the everything from my solo cups and everything else is from this one bag. So I'm that's all I had to really I'm gonna have to really buy.
All right.
Then everything else will be the dirt that's already out there. I just have to um, re-amend it. Soon.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting, man. I mean, see how that goes around.
yeah,
Um,
it was supposed to retain moisture more for this mix, so because of the cocoa core. So hopefully I won't have to water so much because the
yeah,
ocean forest does tend to dry out uh, pretty fast. So I was looking for that, so you can kind of keep it moist. And
yeah, Coco Clark can retain water really well. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm always experimenting around using different mediums and whatnot myself. So, um,
yeah,
like like in regards to seed starting mixes, I'll try different kinds of seed starting mixes just to see how they work. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm not really too particular about the brand name or nothing like that.
right. Well, that's what Rob's saying. You know, Rob said, I mean, there's nothing. That's Jiffy Mix works great. It just, that's I'm just like to be different.
I don't use the Jiffy mix all too often because getting it first, it's like a dust when you get it. And I mean, I'm
Hmm.
not saying it doesn't work. It does work, but it's just, getting it going at first is just like a little different than some.
Yeah,
I mean, but I've tried different brands. And there's some brands that are uh, absorb the water a little bit better at first than that one kind, and it just is a little different
yeah,
given different brands. But I've also even tried to even use it some cheap dollar type store seed starting mixes. Those can work okay. Uh, but yeah, it just really depends.
yeah. Well, that's all done. So at least I got 3 groups done today. So I'll do the other 3 groups at the end of the month.
Yeah. Um, I probably should take out this little marigold that I got germinated in the arrow garden. It's not even all that big, but
Yeah.
well.
What's up, Will?
What's that?
I was just
Oh.
talking to Will in the chat.
Oh. Yeah, so oh yeah, the store around here is actually getting into the gardening stuff already.
Yeah.
It's just barely moved out. It's still got some of the Christmas stuff around in there, and then it's just starting with bringing in some of the little potting mixes and whatnot.
Yeah, they never like really get rid of our stuff. Ours kind of they just kind of keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not too bad because they used to, for like the quart bag of this one indoor growing potting mixes, so they're selling it for $250. So I mean, I was considering buying it, but I was like, I don't need that just yet. Even though I
Right.
probably should get it. I probably should have got it because that's not a bad price. But I don't know. I'm not in a rush. But uh, I don't know. I'm looking forward to growing a few of my crosses out. See how
Yeah.
those do. Um, but, I mean, a few of my crosses this past year actually did pretty well. Actually got a few new color variations that popped up as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of ready to see how that Unknown Reaper cross looks. That's in the super high batch as well. That yellow one you sent us. So
Oh
I'm looking forward to
yeah,
seeing.
I'm curious about that one as well.
So
Um,
see, we'll see
yeah,
how it
that
turns
one.
out.
Yeah, that one was a bit on the meaner side. Mm.
Yeah.
So you got to go back to the night shift?
Tomorrow, yeah. So I got to do that till Thursday or Friday morning.
Oh, okay.
So then that's it for that. I'll go back to days or slash later shift, but at least I'll be home by 10 something as opposed to doing this overnight. The dogs will enjoy it more too.
Yeah. But are the stores around your area experimenting more with different kinds of mediums and soil mixes?
They have, I mean, I go to hydroponic stores. So,
Oh,
I mean, I don't shop at, I mean, for some things I shop at, like, the big box stores for hardware stores, but generally I go to hydroponic stores to get most of the stuff that I need.
uh, yeah, I don't really have many on the hydroponic stores around here. So,
Yeah. They just have soil that I like to use, the amendments. They'll have, all the trays and tags and everything kind of there. So I could order them, but I mean, I don't need any. I'm just saying if you were in the market to buy them, they just have all that stuff there. So it just makes
Yeah.
it easier.
Yeah.
Plus,
Sometimes,
it's good to get in with those guys because they can give you a break on certain things, and you can always they have stuff as well because they generally most hydroponic stores I've been to grow peppers in one of their rooms, whether that be on an ebb and flow table or or just a regular like a grow room they have. They generally grow peppers in any of the stores, so it's kind of cool. I mean, because last year when it closed down this past few months, whatever, but they were growing a lot of the seeds that I gave them. I gave them some pods to try, and they just saved all the seeds and were growing all those. So all the peppers they had were the ones that I gave them. So it's always kind of cool. And then, like I said, the more you talk to them, they give you a break because then they see if you're a regular customer too. So. Like I said, there's not
yeah.
much that I need personally. I mean, the only thing, just a few amendments here and there and some basic things. But other than that, I got everything I need. So,
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I've noticed around here some of the farms. I talked to some of the growers around here. A few of them will point me out to a mix that they actually use to start a lot of their plants, and
right.
it's actually some of the stuff isn't bad. I mean, for a pretty large bag, this year or this past year, I stopped at a local farm that I check out every so often. I noticed a pallet of like this soil stuff or this mix, and I kind of talked to them for a minute or a little bit, dropped some hints here and there, and then and they're like, yeah, yeah, this is what we usually use to start off our plants and keep them growing for a while, and stuff's pretty good, and yeah, it was like $22 a bag or something like that. And it was a pretty big bag, and it is mixed pretty lightly, so it's easy for moisture absorption, and it doesn't really get compacted like that too well or too
Yeah.
much. So, and I got it. And it actually worked pretty well for starting some plants off and all that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I might decide to go with that again, but I'm not sure. It depends on if I go there around at that time again. But
Right.
I don't know. But huh, interesting.
I'll be back. 1 second.
All right.
Gotta take this into the tent.
Yeah, it will be very hot. It's pretty interesting to see how that some of those farms will actually, sell you bags of stuff that they use to start their plants. And as I can suggest, if anybody actually were to decide this, or visit any local growers or nurseries, ask them. They could probably point you to a direction where you would find a decent product to use. As a suggestion. Doesn't hurt to ask, you know? Hey, Rev, was there a roll involved on that one? What's up, Rev?
Hello, my friend.
What's up?
Not a whole lot. How's it going?
It's going.
Sorry, I had to get my computer started up and stuff. I was kind of just like laying around watching it.
Yeah.
I got worn out today catching a bunch of fish.
Doing a bunch of catfishing, huh?
No, not catfishing. I was bass fishing, but I caught a bunch. I caught a couple pretty good ones. The river that I fish in is really just kind of like a big creek. It's not. It's what a lot of people would consider a creek, but it is a river. It's pretty narrow and not very deep. Although the river's up high right now, so it is pretty deep right now, about 6 or 8 feet in a lot of places. But that still isn't that deep for a river.
Okay.
But yeah, I caught some like 3 pound range bass, which for the size body of water I was fishing in are pretty much like trophy class fish for out of the creek. Some big ones. So that was cool.
Yeah. But hey, Rob, if you want,
Yeah,
I could
this
always.
is I feel focus. That's one of them that I caught. One of the smallmouth. That was a pretty fat one. And then
So which one's the fish? Is it on the left or right?
I don't know. I get it confused, but I don't know why I have to hold it close so it'll focus without the glare. But that's a big largemouth that I caught too. Those are good sized fish for in a creek, like I said.
Yeah.
So hey, Rob, if you want, I could always just send some of those Dracula seeds out to you.
I appreciate it. I mean, if Charles has extra, he can just stick them in because he does already like need to send me seeds soon because
Yeah.
some of the ones that I need from him are super hots that I need to start like ASAP.
Yeah.
I haven't started any seeds yet, but I was gonna maybe work on that tomorrow. I may not though because I'm gonna get up in the morning and go fishing with one of my buddies. Since it was good today and it was warm today, it's going to be even warmer tomorrow. So I really think that I'm going to just take advantage of that, and hopefully the fishing will be good again. Even if it isn't, I'll have a good time. It'll just be nice to get out. It's going to be like 61 or 62 degrees tomorrow. It was up to like 58 today here, which was awesome. I wore shorts all day. It was great. It's 41 right now, and the low is 36, but then it's going to get up to 62 tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to 72 today.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad today out here. I mean, it was a bit chill in there, but it definitely wasn't the coldest it's been around here.
I think we started out at 37. It did have some kind of frost on the roofs and stuff, but it warmed up quick, and now it's going back to 72, 50 for the remainder of the week and into next week.
It sucks. It's all nice right now, and like it's going to be 62 tomorrow, 62 Monday, 61 Tuesday, and then it's going to just drop on Wednesday. Wednesday, the high is going to be 41, and then down to 23 at night, and 40 degrees for a high on Thursday, which is my birthday. It sucks. It's like the coldest day in the extended forecast. Out of a 15-day forecast, the coldest day is my birthday. Go figure. And that's like in the 60s, like for a few days beforehand. I guess at least I get to enjoy it. Not necessarily on my birthday, but I'm just enjoying it while I can because I can't schedule the weather.
Right.
Give it time. The government's working on that.
It's not as bad as it was like last year or the year before. I remember it was like in the 20s, and it was actually a pretty day. Like as far as like it was sunny out and stuff, it was a nice day, but it was like in the 20s with like 25-mile-an-hour wind. Like I mean, pretty much sustained 25-mile-an-hour wind with like wind gusts that probably got up to 50, 60 easy. That was a horrible day. I went out and went fishing anyways. I always try to get out and go fishing on my birthday. I do remember I caught some fish, but I remember it was really tough, and I had to be bundled up in that big down jacket and hoodie underneath and like sweatpants underneath jeans and stuff to even like survive. That wind will get you when it's that cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Man, I'm just not looking forward to next week or two. Next few weeks at work. We're going to have a couple weeks. We're going to have to do inventory. And I know it's going to be a mess.
That's fun.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, yeah, extra fun. And we're like, yeah, this is supposed to be in this location, and that's supposed to be in that location. We're going to have this much of that, this much of that. Go there. That's not there, man. But the computer says it is. Oh, you can come and look. It's not there.
Yep.
When are you gonna start seeds, or are you already starting stuff, or
Who,
what are
me?
you gonna do? Yeah.
I haven't really started technically. I mean, I still got plants, a couple plants in here that I've been growing inside since pretty much late spring of this last year. But then there's a couple of them I just kind of was test germinating and seeing how those go, and I don't know. I'm just haven't worried about that. I usually don't start my plants until I don't know. Sometimes I don't even start my plants till March or April.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really try to, you know.
So you're not I'm starting on November 1st type of guy.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to try to go all ham with it. So,
Yeah, me either.
Like I said, this was technically probably about a week earlier than I still wanted to start, but I was like, hell with it. What's a week? Because I was talking about mid-January, which would be next weekend. But
That's why I've just been trying to put mine off. I still haven't even fully decided on what all like super hots and habaneros and bonnets that I'm going to grow because those are the ones I'm going to start. I'll start all the Kang ones for sure. I'll probably do those first because I know that those are going to be grown no matter what.
Right.
And then I have that other bag that I've been kind of eliminating seeds from, and it's getting smaller. It's almost to a manageable level, but I still got more in there than I really can do. So
Yeah.
I just can't grow like 100 different super hots. That's just not possible.
No, like I said, I mean that's like I said, all of mine went down to like what I'm really growing this year is different, just each in a little Ziploc bag, just sandwich bag. So that's all.
Yeah, my bag for the super hots though is well, it had
This
the
is the
habaneros and bonnets also,
but this remember these are my selections, not
yeah.
what I have. This is
Well, I
just
know, but the ones that I'd selected from what I have, like the ones I wanted to grow, was like well over 100, and I was like, nah, that isn't gonna work. I already knocked out like I got the number down to I think 67, but I really need to get it down to probably about 50.
for super hots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did 30. 30 was
Well, that's counting my habaneros and bonnets too. Like I have all that in the same bag.
oh no. That would be 90. No, 60. 60 total. So for bonnets, habaneros, and super hots, it's 60.
Yeah. Well, I do want to grow multiples.
Can't do math tonight. 70 because there's 20, 20, and 30.
I want to grow multiples of certain ones though.
Yeah, I decided that a lot of them I just nixed. I said the hell with it. And the way I look at it too is that my list may change, or the amount may change, depends on how the plant looks when they're in the tray. If it looks like a good little plant, I'm like, well, maybe I should give it, and go to the next step. Maybe I could fit one more in. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to incorporate in some of those ones that you're sending me too, which I keep forgetting about.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sort them out tomorrow. I'll send it Monday.
That Maxwell, I definitely would grow.
Yeah, I only have a few of those though.
Well, I mean, I'd only need one.
Right. So I mean, those because he didn't send me very many. But
I'm sure that the seeds are good. If you send me 2 or 3 seeds, that would be all I'd need, because just enough to get one sprouted. I mean, last year you did that with some of the certain seeds you were low on that you gave me just only 1 or 2 of a piece, and I got everything that you sent me to sprout. So if the seeds are good, I'll have no problem. I usually get about 100% germination with that Jiffy mix the way that I do it. If the seeds are good, I get 100% out of everything.
Let me take that. Well, I'm sorry. I'm paying attention. I'm gonna start taking them out of the ones because I know the ones that you needed anyway. So
Yeah, I still have it in the text messages. The ones I'd sent as of then.
Yeah, because I have like 4 of the Maxwells left. So that and the yellow jacket, that thorny one, the
one with the tail
stinger one. So I'm growing those for variants. So
now I have seeds from a perfect pheno one that my buddy Scott in Boston, that guy Scott H, that comes around in the community sometimes. He's a really good dude. I've been friends with him for years. Just kind of got him, and he's had interest in peppers forever, and has grown some habaneros that he like bought like from the store before, like not bought peppers and saved seeds, like he bought like the plants and grew them. And I was talking to him last summer about it, and he was like, "Oh, I'd love to give it a try." And so I sent him a bunch of seeds last fall, and then he started them during the winter and kind of had a learning curve to get past. But once he got it figured out, he ended up getting some pretty nice plants going, and I was pretty impressed at how he did. And got that passion fired up to where he's like super excited for next season. But he sent me back a few pods from one of the Yellow Jackets, which I was so jealous that you and Tim both got the bright yellow, and all the ones I grew came out that orange color this year. So.
Yeah, like I said, that damn sure's hot as hell too. Yellow.
Yeah, that's definitely a hot pepper. I'd love to see how it is this upcoming season because that'll be F3.
Yeah,
getting a little bit closer to being more stable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah. Anyway. I should change out the nutrients on that one. Whatever.
Yeah, part of the reason I want to keep my varieties narrowed down as much as possible is I do obviously want to have a bunch of super hots, but I want to grow more non super hots next year. I grew a bunch this year. I want to grow more. I've got a lot of really cool ones, some sweet varieties and some more mild varieties and stuff that I enjoy to grow.
right.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I went. Same direction.
Yeah. I'm getting more particular about as many strains as I'm bringing in because I know I have enough strains to grow. But if it's something that I want to try growing here and there, then I'll give them a try. I'm always open to trying different strains and see how they are. But I mean, I don't know. That's I guess it's one way to become have a more rounded out garden in a way, but just different things is. I guess it'll be. I just try to be careful because I don't want to like to wasting seeds too much.
Yeah.
Well, if you store them well, then you aren't wasting them. You can just collect
No,
them.
I'm saying I don't want to be having like act like I'm starting a seed bank somewhere when why put them somewhere where I can end up possibly forgetting about them at some point. It's just I'd rather
Well,
use up the ones I got and then instead of stockpiling them for some odd reason.
yeah, I have a seed bank as a big sterilite tote.
Yeah.
This is my seed bank right here. I've got just a ton of little bags of seeds. I've got 2 gallons.
I got more than enough seeds to last me for a long time.
I think that's all of us.
So,
I think there's very few of us who can eat any seeds.
And it's so funny too because I have all of these seeds right here, and then this is my bag that I'm worried about making smaller so that I can grow them this year. Like, I have so many more times that amount, like in the big bags, but I can't grow everything. But I've got it down to where it's getting smaller. So hopefully one day soon I'll be able to plant some seeds from the stuff that I've got in here. One of the ones that I know for sure I'm going to grow, just because I'm really curious to see for myself how it turns out, is the chocolate champion. And I'd gotten those seeds from Sean White, which is one of the people that had gotten the plant from the place. And I think that'll be an interesting one to try. And I got this one that I know nothing about, but it's from one of the Italians. It's from Nicola B, and it's a Trinidad Black crossed with a Reaper. I don't know. I think he might have sent me pictures of it at one point, but I don't remember what it looked like. So, I don't know. There's tons of stuff in here. I'm not going to get into it and dig through it, but there's a lot of ones. One of the ones that I didn't grow this year, I didn't even get to try, that I know a lot of people grew, the Purple Ghost Scorpion. I really want to try that Purple Ghost Scorpion. Plus, I just think it's so cool that it has that purple on the inside.
Purple Ghost Scorpion is a pretty decent one.
And it's got a good amount of heat too. It was one of the hotter pods I tried last year.
Yeah, that was one of those interesting ones, and the fact that it's watching the color shifts on the pods as well. And
that's another one of the cool ones that I'd like to try, the Orange Ribbon from White Hot Pepper.
Yeah, I mean, I got that one planted, the Orange Ribbon. I wish I would have got the Orange Turd Sickle though. Have you seen the Orange Turd Sickle? That one's cool.
Really, I think you were telling me about that the other night when I was sitting and going through the seeds, and I told you I had the Orange Ribbon.
Yeah, well, I have the Orange Ribbon. I got the Orange Ribbon, but the Orange Turd Sickle.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that Ox Kutsa Cabin or whatever habanero one that you were talking about too.
Did you get that?
I'd gotten my seeds from Bluesman.
Oh, yeah, I just planted that a few seconds ago. So.
I'm trying to look through this bag and see if I can find. Yeah, here it is. He included in a lot of the seeds. He had like tags that had like the picture of them, but you can see like that they're pretty fat looking habaneros. Like they look a lot larger than just a regular kind of uniform roundness that they have.
See, that's a
what is it?
That's the Orange Turd Sickle.
Okay.
But I didn't get that one, so maybe next year.
Branda, these are the Ox Kutsa Cabin orange habaneros. Kind of interesting looking. You can read it yourself. I have no idea. Ox Kutsa Cabin.
Ox Kutsa Cabin. Yeah, that's how I got it.
But they're kind of cool looking. They look like just big plumped up orange habaneros.
Yep.
So.
Oh, they look like they're a little blockier almost.
And this one, Just Plain Cody sent me these, and I'm looking forward to growing these. The chocolate scorpions from Hippie Seed Company, which they say are the create. They said that they like created those or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. I got a bunch of cool ones in here. The red Dominican habanero is another one of the habanero varieties that I'm kind of looking forward to. And then I'm going to grow a couple different variants of Reapers too. Like I got the organic caramel Reapers from Pucker Butt and the organic peach Reapers from them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the red Dominican habanero.
Yeah, I passed on that one because I was already growing the red Savina, so I was like, heck with it. I'm not going to grow the red Dominican too.
I think I might have a pack of red Savina seeds, but I'm not for sure. But that was like an unopened pack of seeds from Pucker Butt that like Eber had sent me.
Yeah.
So I decided that I would grow those. The only pack that that I bought recently, though, like I know you went on like a seed spree. I just bought one, and it was when I was getting some of those Jalmundos and the orange jellies that they were giving away for free
Yeah.
on Puckerbut. And I figured as long as I'm going to pay for shipping, I might as well order something. I looked through and I carefully selected one variety that I wanted to grow from their list, and the pictures that they had for them looked really nice. And I've heard good things about them. But the 7 pot Infinity. Have
Yeah.
you grown that one or tried that one, Brando?
I took that one off the list too.
I'm not sure if I have tried that one or not.
Well, I got an unopened pack of Puckerbut ones. I'm sure you guys could probably try some. I'll be growing those for sure this season. I paid like $5 for a pack of seeds, which isn't that bad from Puckerbut. Some of theirs are kind of expensive, but
Yeah, their stuff can be a little pricey at times in a sense, but it depends on how you look at it though too. I mean,
yeah, because I mean, really, you're getting a lot out of it.
That's
and
another one I'm ready to grow too. Those are
What is that?
Ahi Margarantino,
nice.
but they're
Looks
pretty.
nice.
But that's another interesting one. I'm looking forward to growing for Ahis.
That looks like something that you should probably start soon.
Yeah.
That looks like
And if you're
maybe.
there, yeah, if you're lucky, you might be right by November. Those ahis are something else, but they always can have good flavors as they're ripened, though. I'll give them that. But I don't know. There's a number of strains that's always coming out that's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm definitely looking forward to a lot of strains I'm growing this year.
Yeah.
Seeing how they all coming out. I expect lots of variations. I mean, as I mentioned a little while ago, I had like 4 different flavor variations that came off of one strain of mine this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that was color variations on that. So,
Big Tommy G, I would most definitely 100% without any doubt grow cannabis if it was allowed. I mean, even aside from anything, it's just one of the most beautiful plants. It really is like just a gorgeous plant. It would be cool if that could just be like an addition in the garden each year, but it didn't.
Well, you can make that happen. Just don't get caught.
Nah, it isn't worth it. But
I just don't want to see you locked up in see the news story from Franklin saying local grower normally around town fishing has multiple gardens in the area with mixed plants, and they're not all peppers.
nah, it's not worth it. I've thought about it. Believe me, if I was gonna do it, I would have done it already. But nah. One day when things change, though, I might actually do that, or I would definitely do it if things changed.
Yeah. Well,
Like I said, it's just a gorgeous plant and has some good benefits too. What's up, Eric?
and that's another one I'm looking forward to growing. That's the Peach Ghost WM strain.
Nice.
So, no, like I said, there's a bunch of them, man. Like I said, like it's like a kid in the candy store with me. I mean, like I said, I just like looking at how they are and trying different things and just just amazed by how much each vary and the taste. Like you can go from one that tastes like a, going back to this turd sickle reference, a turd, to something that tastes really great. Because all of them don't have that great taste. I mean, because that's like, what was that one Beatty was eating, that Congo something or whatever the hell it was, the ball, chocolate ball looking thing that he had.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't very tasty. But then you go to something like, you know, King Star Lemon Starburst, and it's like a world of difference.
Yeah.
If you like that, like Brando loves scorpion flavors, there's so many variants in scorpions. I mean, a lot of scorpions, go all over, but they generally have that scorpion taste, but some taste way better than others. And then there's the people who don't like chocolate pods. There's people who do. But like I said, generally, I mean, most the pods that I seem to like the most are going to be the yellow and peach. I think for me, honestly, anything in that yellow, peach, orange range is the ones I tend to like better.
I agree with that. Those are almost guaranteed to be good every time.
I mean, generally, your habaneros, most of your habaneros are all freaking orange. Most of them. They look different, but most of the habaneros are orange. All the variants, the different varieties. You do have other, of course, different strains of habaneros, but most of them are based upon orange habanero.
Rob Schaller, if you're still out there, I was going to ask you. I don't remember at all what the genetics of that orange ripple is, and I was going to ask if you could send me a picture of that orange ripple again that you sent me the seeds to. I'm really looking forward to that one. That one's for sure in my list.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's too late now, but maybe next year. Tell
Yeah,
me.
I'll give you seeds whenever I get some. Like he got them from some guy on Facebook, and I think uh, that guy ended up like coming and like posting a link on his post in the PLC or whatever to his site. They were like crazy expensive though. I think it was like $10 or $12 for like 8 or 10 seats.
Right.
But it was a really cool cross. I forget exactly what it was, but it was like 3 different varieties, I think, crossed together. Obviously, like something crossed with something, then crossed with something else. But $8, he said. That isn't too bad. But I remember it was kind of up there. And the other one I'd gotten from him, they sent at the same time, which there's no info on really, and he doesn't know any info because he asked the guy. But it's a Korean orange habanero or jalapeno,
Uh-huh.
Korean orange jalapeno.
Yeah. Yeah, you see his
Neat. Like I guess that the guy had just like gotten them from some Korean guy, and he was just calling them Korean orange jalapenos. He doesn't know any like back history on it. But if you look them up, there's like nothing to be found.
right. Yeah, because I mean, he started his grow area, and his grow area in his basement is awesome looking.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Rob said that he got the Korean orange jalapenos from a farm in Korea, or from a farmer in Korea.
Hmm.
But like he actually got the seeds in Korea.
Oh, that's cool.
I love jalapenos, so that'll be a fun one to try. I
Yeah,
was really impressed with the New Mex lemon spice this past year.
yeah. I'm gonna grow those and the giant lemon spice, which is like a mammoth jalapeno version of a lemon spice.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me some of those once you.
Well, I got most of them. At least I'm going in the right direction. At least I got the majority of that list already. So now Just
If you have a couple extra seats of that one, then I would gladly take those. If not, I'll patiently wait until.
I think I have an extra bag of those.
Well, I would love to try that one because I really love the mammoth jalapenos, and I like the lemon spice ones. And if it's a like mammoth size
Yeah,
lemon spice, that'd be awesome. Best of both worlds.
yeah.
I'm gonna wait until I don't know March or April, maybe even wait longer to start the jalapenos and stuff. I'm not gonna jump the gun on those. And I'll probably grow at least a couple different cayennes this year. I didn't grow but like one cayenne this past season, and it didn't do the best, and I was kind of disappointed because I always grow cayennes. But I'm gonna for sure make room for some cayennes and grow some serranos also, which I've never grown serranos, but I like serranos.
Right.
And shishitos, which I still haven't ever tried a green one, but I'd gotten some red ones from a friend and saved seeds and got to try them, and I enjoyed them.
Yeah,
I'll definitely
I don't
grow
think I'm
those.
this year though.
Huh?
I'm not gonna grow them this year.
How come? What's your reasoning on that?
I want to grow other things. I like to put them in my eggs, but there's just so many other things I want to try. So I may add it. I may add the one more because I could fit a couple shishitos in with the jalapenos. It'd be all right.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to control myself. Bless you.
Thank you.
With how many I eat or no, grow. You see, here's the giants. They're like mammoth, but yeah, just
It looks orange.
well, that's probably the picture. They're yellow.
Yeah, it looked very, very orange on the camera.
It's just probably the contrast of showing them to the screen like that.
But yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been noticing quite a few varieties of jalapenos popping up from more over the years. But it's interesting to see the variations.
Well, I'm gonna give that farmers market a try, even though it looks like a sweet potato, a corked sweet potato, and
Yeah,
it's just weird. I'm
yeah,
not
it
gonna.
looks like something happened to it or something.
Yeah,
But man,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm growing those purple serranos this year, so that and the Tropicano. So those are the two serranos I'm growing.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to be growing some of my bigger varieties of peppers this year too. So, uh, I'm going to have to do some improvements or some manipulations of a certain strain, bell pepper strain, to improve that. But we'll see. Going to have to go to work in the lab over this year.
I can't wait to start some Chupatino whites again. I miss those. I really love those peppers so much. I don't care what you say about them being small and not liking to pick them, Charles.
I like to eat them. I just don't like to pick them. I don't. I love the taste, but I just don't want to pick them.
Those would probably make a really awesome hot sauce.
Yeah.
It would take a ton of them, but it would be worth it. It took a lot of them to do the powder and stuff, but I mean, if you wait until you get a decent amount of them to pick at a time, like it's easy to go out there and pick like a whole pile of them. They're freaking awesome. That's just like one of the coolest looking little peppers,
Yeah.
little white teardrops. That's one of only maybe two or three of the white varieties that I'm going to grow this upcoming season. That was like a better harvest of them where I've gotten like a whole bunch. And that was all from one plant. I grew 2 plants. I had one in a 5-gallon bucket and one in ground. The one in the 5-gallon bucket totally outgrew the 5-gallon bucket. It needed to be in something bigger. The one that was in ground just went crazy, and that thing got massive. It got like 4 foot tall and 4 foot wide, and they produced every spot that's available. And instead of just producing one, they produce multiples. Here's a close up pic of some of the pods from it. It's called a Chupatino White. And they've got a decent amount of heat to them. Really nice, like citrusy zing to them, like really pleasant flavor. They make really awesome powder.
I don't know about the powder part, but I know they're a good pepper.
Did I not send you the Chupatino white powder?
No.
I think I meant to, and I just forgot to. But I still have some. I'll send you some sometime so you can try it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the peppers. It's just like
The powder is awesome.
I just don't like picking them. So that's why I'm trying to reduce the amount of small peppers I have.
I didn't like picking them. I didn't like destemming them, and I absolutely hated dealing with dehydrating them because they refuse to dehydrate very well without having a slit cut in them or something. Uh, they're too small to really cut in half. I mean, you could, but it would just take so long, and they end up falling through the holes in the dehydrator and stuff. But yeah, I've got this much of the powder, a decent sized little baggie of it.
It's cool.
And it's got a nice color to it. It's kind of like a creamy tannish color. It's not like white, but it's pretty white in contrast to regular pepper powder. Like for example, here's like some Sugar Rush Red powder next to it. It's pretty white. But yeah, that was the worst part about dealing with those was getting them on the dehydrator tray. That would take like hours to just deal with those. Not hours, but it probably took like 45 minutes each time I would mess with them, and I would just get like a whole mound of them on a plate and just pull stems off and move them to another plate. And then as I was putting each one on the dehydrator, I'd take it and like where the I don't have anything to show. I've got like a fishing weight's the closest thing. Like, okay, so here's the end where I would pull the stem off. I would pull the stem off, and then I would take a knife and I would slice into it, like down about a third of the way down on the pepper. Just make a slice from that back end, and put them on the dehydrator tray. And that seemed to work well to just like give it an opening for the moisture to escape. Because if you left them whole, even though they're so small, you'd think that they would dry pretty easily, but they're kind of relatively thick-walled peppers for their size,
Yeah.
and they don't want to dry out. They'll just get soft and wrinkle up and stay with moisture till the end of time.
Right.
I'm definitely growing them again though.
Fiona's having good dreams.
Do what?
Fiona's having good dreams. Just snoozing away here on the couch.
I'm probably not too far away from that point myself.
Yeah, it's getting a little late, you know. Yeah. Mm. Oh shit. Oh snap, he's in Scotland. It's 5 a.m. there. Yeah. I don't know, guys. There's still a couple things I gotta do around here before I, get some rest. I'll
Yeah, I
probably
gotta
be up.
take care of a couple things before I lay down.
Yeah, I'll probably be back up at about 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys want, you can plug your channels or your pages or whatever.
Yeah, you can check me out at Charles P. Charles Space P. Look for the sloth. I'll probably have a video up of my start of the season, my grow area and stuff from my grow room, and probably have that up. Probably maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, just to see. Just have to wait and see. But generally, like I said, we have the three talk time live with three pepper guys. But since I'm working generally most Sundays this month, probably be back in February. So unless BD and Rob want to do it, but just check out my channel. I should soon have some more uh, hot sauces available on Pepper Lovers Marketplace. So that could be coming up soon. But we'll see. That's pretty much it for me.
All right.
Yeah, what Rev said. That's my outro.
Later. I'm Ron Blumberg, and I now make fishing videos. And check me out. Yeah, did that happen?
No, not yet, but
I knew that wasn't gonna happen. One day,
well, I've
man.
been waiting because BD said that he was going to try to find me a discount on the parts package for
I thought you
all
already
the.
had that on order.
No, he like had a
We got
discount
your
code
grow
for it
light,
one night.
your grow light. We got to see on video. We got to see your setup, and we got a lot of things we got to see on video this year, Rob.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going to
That.
be able to put that light. That's the only thing. I was like talking to him about that. I don't really have anywhere, and I don't know. My mom isn't too up for that. About the extent of what I can do is my 1 4-foot fluorescent shop light that's in the corner of my room and just has a small countertop space. I have such a tiny confined area to start the plants that I need to start each year.
Yeah,
But I make the most of it, and
it works out, man.
yeah. That's why I'm kind of holding out on growing them sooner than just wait. If I can milk another week or two out of it, then that'd be good. I'll probably go ahead and honestly start some of them tomorrow or the next day, and just kind of do it in waves. I don't have to plan it all in one day. I can just kind of do a little at a time. That's what I did last year.
Yeah. Rev said put it in the closet behind you.
Yeah, the closet behind me has a lot of stuff in it though. I would have to clear the closet behind me.
Hmm. So maybe that's not a go.
All right.
My room's like 12 by 12 or 13 by 13 or something. It's like a small little room.
Oh man.
No, Lisa, the closet actually surprisingly doesn't have any fishing gear. That's like spread out all everywhere else around me. Like I have fishing stuff everywhere.
I see enough fishing stuff and all that at work. Yeah. I don't need any of that stuff around the house right now. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I guess we could get ready to wind this stream down. And yeah, talk to everybody in the next video or so.
Cool.
But so yeah, I guess you guys can go check out Rob's channel with all his content.
Yep, that'll be coming soon. He's gonna have the under construction coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get to that as soon as I can. I need to, at least for sure, before it warms up, I need to go ahead and get on trying to make some videos and then just see how it goes from there.
Hey, look who decided to show up now. What's up, Freaky Geek? But
What's up, Freaky?
Those are freaky.
Just in time to say goodbye.
Just in time.
yeah. But yeah, so guess we could just I'm looking forward to the weather just improving a lot so I can get everything going and outside again. Yeah, I know how Mother Nature is. She likes throwing curveballs. You know.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I have to run and roll the punches in when it comes to that. So. All right. So. Guess I'll. Got a number of things I'm going to do. All right, guys. Guess I'll get ready to turn this stream off for the night, and then let's see here. Get this going.
Yeah, I hope everybody has a great Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Oh,
I will until
all
9
right.
o'clock.
What's up, Charles?
I said I will until 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I gotta start working.
Oh. Yeah.
9 to 7.
That sounds like a fun shift.
Then an hour drive each way.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. They get to catch the red eye at that time, I guess.
Yeah.
That's always a fun travel.
Mm-hmm.
Hour drives. Especially when you've been working a long shift.
Yeah.
I feel pretty on that one. But, all right, everybody. Guess we'll go ahead and wind the stream down. And yeah, be sure to check out Charles on his channel and Rob on his. One of
Yep.
these days there may be a video or something on there.
Start of many videos this year.
Yeah. Alright. Just thanks everybody for showing up on the stream tonight. And if you guys ever feel so kindly to give a thumbs up to the video, that'd be nice. Alright. Guess we'll check you later next video. Be sure to keep it spicy. And bye. No, anyway,
Do that. We need to do that on every stream. Somebody needs to do that. Bye.
yeah. And then, yeah, I guess we'll check y'all later and catch you in the next video. And bye.
Later, everybody.
All right. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye bye.